Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of my Labyrinth of Touhou 2 playthrough series, plus Disc Edition. My name is Shire today. My name is Shire, and today I have with me as usual...
The ringer of Satan's doorbell.
As you wish to be known. Oop, I clicked the wrong place there.
Oh, buttons.
Not too much preamble planned today, so I'm going to get into it.
Getting straight into it, yeah.
If you recall last time, we were basically being relentlessly tortured by Komachi.
Give them a name that isn't their actual name. Describe the character. Scythe. Yes.
Yeah.
We were getting beat up quite handily.
Yeah. So I've gone back, done what little things need to be done in terms of equipment setup, and I think we have a fighting chance now.
And you ground up to level 12?
No, I just set everyone's level to level 12. Shirano's technically 13.
Yeah, cool. Let's go.
So we're going to tick through.
Oh, that's right. She's a Shinigami.
Yep.
There's so many different kinds of Shinigami, across anime.
Well, it's sort of a ported creature. Oh, one great thing I've done I'll mention right now. So, Momiji now has an item equipped that gives her resistance to death effects.
So she shouldn't be knocked out in one.
Yeah.
That was a problem last time.
Well, she went and died anyway, I guess.
So much for that plan!
Guess I better bring a healer next time.
Probably. Yeah, so imported creature, that'd be the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Do you know much about the history of how it got imported over?
Not too much of a history of it, no. I did watch a YouTuber talk about it once, and I presume it's one that you've seen.
Yeah?
Lindsay Ellis?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was, that didn't really go into the history of Shinigami.
No.
Gods of Death. I mean, it's interesting that they're kind of conceptualized as quite diverse.
It's the idea that they're a group rather than a single creature type is one big one too.
I'm just having a quick look on Wikipedia, so this is not real research. But there does seem to be quite a few death spirits before the arrival, so I think it's kind of a fusion of local traditions with, the idea of the Grim Reaper.
Which makes sense.
It's probably very interesting analysis to be done on it.
And I'm probably not the one who would be good at that.
No. Well, apparently it's the word Shinigami starts cropping up around the Edo period. Which I don't know when that is.
That's their big isolation period.
Post-warring states?
Immediately post.
Cool.
This first try didn't work so well.
Yeah, you're getting wrecked, son.
Even had all my stats debuffed.
That's not good. It's almost like a God of Death would be good at killing people.
Almost.
Can't be right, though. I do like that it gives you the option to just restart.
Yep.
Alright, Mama G.
Alright. So I slow her down.
Yeah.
And then get a full slow in. I'm gonna switch you out for Rumia for some quick healing. And also I've got the light Team 9 bonus going.
Oh, nice. That's having two of them, I assume.
Yeah. Two of them and only one rank in the skill.
Dun, 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 dun. Nine ball. Dun dun dun. There's not 9 people in Team 9, is there?
No. Gonna use the defense buff. Because when you have good healers, defense buffs count for a lot. Just get this heavy slow already.
So we're just trying to get some survivability and slow her down so we can pound her?
Basically. I mean, you can see her speed slowly going down because of...
stacking effects.
Yeah, Chirino's got the passive slow.
We just healed Mama.
Yep, she was almost dead.
Yep. So she will refill MP while in, like, back row?
Yes. Come on.
I assume, like,
No
slower than if she was in front row?
About the same speed, actually.
Okay. So it is sort of an intended thing of you swap the characters back and forth.
You make active character deployments during bosses so that you're sort of fighting them in waves.
That makes sense. Oh damn, we got a few people dropped.
Yep. Gonna swap you up, Spo.
Are you into it, audience? Because this one's heading up with a bang.
Yep. It's good that we have a bit of that so that I can alternate my healers as well.
So they don't get wrecked.
Yep.
Ooh, Komachi!
Demarcation.
Heal! Did we just lose Shiro? No, not Shiro, no.
We lost Marissa. Probably
Oh,
less of a
okay.
loss as far as you're concerned.
Yeah. Me, rating characters not based on how much I find them useful in battle, but on how much I personally like them. You know, it's one way to play.
Yep. Just need to
Right.
endure for one round. Oh, and would this slow land already?
How did you get out? Dun dun! I'm not getting any luck with that slow, are we?
No.
Cannot slow down death. I mean, we seem to be doing better. Is that just me guessing, or are we actually doing better?
There it goes! We're doing a bit better. Now that she's slowed, she's got only 40% of the previous speed.
Okay, so we can get off a lot more abilities now.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, we got Yomu back up to nearly like
Yep.
full tank.
I'm gonna keep concentrating so that she can get a stat bonus.
Okay.
You see, she's now gone up to minus 36 instead. It's a slow recovery.
Still though.
Come on, Romeo. Yep, that one actually did more damage because of elementals.
Nice.
Okay.
This boss is tough.
Yes, yes she is.
This seems to be the first, like, real, I guess, difficulty spike where it's gotten...
Hard.
I mean, I imagine if we weren't playing with, like, limits.
Then I could just switch and try to overwhelm her.
Yeah, like you could just over-level and crush. I'm guessing?
Yeah. Not that it'd be particularly fun.
I suppose it depends on what you're here for. Maybe you just want to run through a tree with Chirino and see all the funny dialogues.
Maybe. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I do like some of these effects.
This is a loss.
Yeah, I had a feeling. We really need to land that, like, freeze very early on.
Yep. Gonna go back to town and do some quick reconfigurations.
Okay.
So I'm going to reset Chirino.
Okay.
Give up on Team 9.
And just try and get that freeze high?
Yeah. So there are a couple of ways of doing it. I could either put double ranks into this to...
Yeah, have the passive slow be real high.
Yep. Or I could try to put ranks into the skill itself.
What are you thinking?
I think I'll raise the generic skill. And as a support to that, I'll put 2 points quickly into the speed boost so that she takes more turns.
Alright, so in the hope that the
Yeah.
attack goes off. Because it's happening more often. That
I'm
makes
also
sense.
going to give her a piece of equipment that raises her speed.
So she's just gonna stand there going, freeze, freeze, damn it,
Yep.
freeze!
For Reimu, I'm going to reconfigure her as well.
I'm just like imagining shoving everyone onto a chair and being like, time to be reconfigured, and then cutting them open and moving their guts around.
So let's see. Not enough party members for that, and she's not really a main attacker here.
I mean, we really need, like, I don't know if Reimu's the one for this, but spike that, like, it feels important that we do a lot of damage when we're doing
Yeah.
damage.
I'll give her a rank in this skill so that she can paralyze.
Oh yeah. We're just trying to status effect this, like,
Yeah.
lost to death.
And then another one. Couple of hit point boosts.
Sounds fair.
Yoma can have a brief config. That's the wrong menu.
You're the wrong menu.
Oh no, I'm a menu.
Yep. Chai cream. Delicious. Sneezes for days.
I think trying to use her internal buffs is a waste of time, so just
Kill, kill, kill.
ranks into concentration so she can recover faster.
Yep. That makes sense.
I don't think there's much else I can do on that front,
Alright.
but if I swap Reimu into the main party, I can open with a defense buff.
Cool. Let's do it.
Try number 4?
I have no idea.
Try 4 of a day anyway.
Yeah. Kill, 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 kill. Ouch.
Yes!
Oh yeah, got off first
Got the
go.
job done right away. Speed minus 50%.
Chirino, I love you.
And then because of that, I can swap in somebody who can actually enjoy a big magic boost.
Nice.
As opposed to someone who's only here to...
Inflict that one debuff.
Yes. Good start.
Good start. Good job, Churno. I assume we'll swap Churno back in later to reapply that debuff.
Oh yes. And then I can get another attacker in.
Magic up. Kill. 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 Oh, I feel like we're doing a lot better.
Yes. Now, I'll be a bit risky. I want to use this attack because it does nature damage.
And nature damage she's weak on?
Yes. Hence why Minariko is doing huge.
And with Minariko, we've actually buffed her magic attack, haven't we?
Yep. We've buffed her through Kani, and she also naturally buffs everyone's attack in the same way that Chirano debuffs.
Oh yeah. That red health is looking a lot lower than it was at this stage.
Yes.
Kill.
This is the way I like it to be.
Killing everything. Ooh. That was me.
She managed to land her debuff.
Does the debuff only apply to who was in the front row when it went off?
Yes. Alright, I forgot we were supposed to be using other techniques.
4.
That was a mistake. Keep everyone's defense high.
Don't go wrong at the last minute. Dun, 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 dun.
Rinosuke can at least do light buffs. One 305.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
This.
Be nice if that would go off again, Shirado.
Yeah. I mean, we're keeping the speed at about the same level. So the other technique's at least doing its job.
Yep.
Shirado's out. Kani will apply the everyone buff.
The everyone buff. Come on!
Yes!
Oh yeah, boy!
Okay, I was about to say the items don't actually matter for her, but we got all of them.
Nice, nice, sweet. That was good. That was good,
Yep.
everybody. Ow! Why'd you turn hostile? Oh, so she was told to help, but didn't want to help in case we were all sissies,
Yeah,
and just beat us up to make sure.
pretty much.
You know. Fine, whatever. Oh, okay, that's.
Now the tree's underwater.
Wait, I can. You're half ghost.
Well, she's half not ghost.
That only means she needs to half breathe.
So yeah.
Does Etrian Odyssey do this? Is there a sea halfway up the tree?
There is a lot of biomes, but there tends to be a bit of logic to it. It's...
Whereas Gensokyo don't give no fuck.
yeah. In the first one, you're actually going... not the right menu. You're actually going under the tree.
That makes sense.
Now, level everyone up.
Levels!
And, it's time to showcase a new character.
Oh yeah. Is she a tank?
She's a
HP, so
certain type of tank.
damage sponge.
Look at her defenses.
Okay. Magic tank. No, that's magic attack, isn't it?
Yeah, mind is.
Okay.
Her defense and mind are absolutely terrible, but her
But
hit
she's
points are
magic.
ridiculous.
She's a HP tank. She's just
Yes.
like, hit me again. Oh yes, punish, baby.
She's also got the best worst move. So, generic physical attack, generic rail attack, generic heavy attack, lots of death effects. Here's the weird one. It's a magic attack on a physical character. And it's got a huge multiplier, but she's got such low magic attack that it tends to do 1 damage anyway.
Okay.
What it does do is inflict every single status debuff and several status ailments.
So it's just a debuff attack.
Yeah. For now, anyway. She's also got attack boosting thing. This is a fun thing where she counterattacks if anyone dies. Regeneration, which works perfectly with her I've got hit points and nothing else. Completely worthless. And she can make every attack a death attack.
Nice.
But the best thing for now is regen.
Yeah, just so.
If I can put spare points into a money-making skill. Renosuke's losing his uniqueness.
No! Well, he'll always have the uniqueness of being the boy.
Yep.
The
Got
token
nothing
boy.
left for you, Komachi. Still good to have a real tank other than Momiji.
Yeah, a couple of tanks. Because Momoji's more of like damage, isn't she?
Yep. And I'm not sure if we can do enough of it yet, but
May as well craft some stuff and try and collect
yep.
this one.
Craft one of those. Where are the good items at the bottom? Have a uniform of exorcism. I did it.
You got it?
Yep. Hey, can I come too? So yeah, introducing another character. And then spoiler alert, we're gonna get another one after this.
So our party's going up.
Our party's suddenly exploding in size.
I mean, that's pretty good.
But I'll do them as they come.
Mm.
Introducing Nitori. Leveling up Nitori.
So Nifuri is an attacker.
She's a physical attacker.
Fair enough.
Mostly fairly generic, relatively low numbers. She's got a self-buff, super heavy attack, the first nuke that's actually usable in the game. And a couple of generics.
Extending arm.
In terms of generics, she can increase her MP recovery like Yomu. She can increase the MP cost of moves and make them more powerful.
Okay.
She can get various bonuses in regards to cold and water. Oh, and I'm just level 2 short for it. But her best ability, maintenance, doubles the bonuses given by all equipment.
Ooh, yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, terrible base stats, but she comes out amazing anyway.
She comes out amazing once you give her some good equipment, because she can double up whatever that's doing.
Yep.
There. And so is this the limit of who we can carry into the tree with us?
Yes.
Okay. So you can't just run around with a party of 100 girls and be like, nope, we can wave this until we die.
Yeah, it's up to 12.
We're just gonna throw waifus at you until we die. More waifus. More.
Ah.
Oh yeah. It'll be alright. Probably.
Now I got Parsi. And once again, level up.
Da, 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 da.
Level up bonuses. She's also an attacker.
That makes sense.
We got a flood of attackers all at once. I'm gonna temporarily replace Nittery with her.
Yeah, because Nidori doesn't have a good ability yet.
Her weird thing is that ridiculous mind stat.
Cannot be hit by magic.
Yep. As to techniques, it's... Once again, she actually revolves around terror, much like Kogasa does. So we've got a single generic physical attack, 2 attacks that inflict terror, and 1 that removes it but can only deal damage to enemies inflicted by it. Beyond that, super recovery technique, dark damage boost. Debuffing enemies gives her stat bonuses.
That makes sense. She's laughing at
And bonuses against enemies who are suffering status effects.
laughing at the pitiful weaklings.
And just to keep the jealousy going, on her side, if she gets a status ailment, she does more damage. And takes less.
How dare you make me weak? I'm better than you.
Now, I honestly have no idea what to spend on her for field exploration.
I have no idea either.
I think probably just this one so that she deals more damage with her dark attacks. And, do I have any real equipment left? Not really. But at this stage I have several complete parties.
Nice.
Which means I can actually set up a little bit of a format to my group. Let's see what I can do. Team 9 can be together.
Team 9! We only have 2 of Team 9, don't we?
Yes, only 2 for the moment.
For now.
And then like this, every squad's got a physical attacker, most of the squads have a good magical attacker.
And we have tanks.
And we have tanks. This is where I can start to do my squad-based gameplay, though not particularly amazing output yet. So yeah, about being underwater.
I like the drippy music, but then
yeah.
I usually like underwater music.
Yeah, I think as I was saying, it's commonly, yes, the giant trees in Etrian Odyssey do have strange biome jumps, but there's usually slightly more justification within them. It's like the first one is actually secret passages underneath the giant tree. The second one is you're always in a forest, but it basically rotates through the 4 seasons.
That makes some sense, but it's also less interesting.
Yeah, the third one's underwater.
Oh, okay.
Because the giant tree actually sunk 1,000 years ago.
Are any of them on a giant space tree?
Ultimately, yes.
Amazing. So...
That's sort of a, endgame spoiler that's not really a spoiler at this point.
I'm just saying, can I argue that they're in canon with Castle in the Sky?
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
Nothing quite like a canon share. Alright, we've got a barrier there. I can't remember how to break that.
I'm sure it'll come up naturally in gameplay.
It's
Oh,
AR!
you. Hello. Well,
She's kind of disappointed because all the other Tengu got a head start.
Oh, does she want to hop in?
It's sort of yes, but she's going to wring what she can out of us anyway.
Right. Okay, so we need to have fought 30 different monsters first.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. Well, using my Castle in the Sky reference as a jumping off point, I have now watched yet another Ghibli film,
Yep. Which one this
or in
time?
this case rewatched, Howl's Moving Castle.
Ah, that one.
What's your thoughts on it?
I only actually sat down to watch it recently.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting tale.
Yeah.
It certainly did a lot better than the last time they tried to base an anime off Western literature.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's it based off?
I can't remember exactly, but it was based off a Western book with a lot of consultation with the author to make sure things worked well.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm just looking it up. Oh, based on a 1986 novel of the same name by British author Diana Wayne Jones. Interesting. Alright, so what did you think of the film?
The main thing was, ultimately, it was a bit of a non-ending, in a sense. Sure, things were resolved in the short term, but everyone was still basically as they were at the start of it. It did also feel very Ghibli to me. In fact, when I was 15, I remember starting to watch it and then getting bored because it felt like every other Ghibli I'd watched.
I think I feel very similar. I mean, it's got a lot of charm, but then it's Ghibli. Ghibli has a lot of charm. I really, really don't like the ending. What have we found now?
Another piece of metal.
Oh, okay. Cool. I really don't like the ending. Because I don't think I agree 100% that it's a complete non-ending, but what it is like every problem gets resolved in about 5 minutes because power of love.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else to it. There's no effort that's really extended. It's just, well, you love him now, therefore you can return his heart, which is something that there's been no way to do up till now, but out of nowhere now because you love him you can. Because you love him, you can convince the Witch of the Waste to give up the heart. Because you're also the true love of Turnip Head, you can kiss him, turn him back into a prince, and suddenly, like, the war that was the big problem in the background
Is no longer an issue.
It's just solved as well. Like, everything's resolved so quickly and so easily. Like, it's just so weak. Oh, that blue shade's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Glowing balls and lightning. But yeah. Up until that point, where it just kind of peters out completely and has a non-ending, I quite liked the film. Like, I have seen it before, but I was kind of watching it and trying not to think ahead, and I was enjoying it quite a lot until we got to that ending, and I'm like, all right, this movie ends with just nothing. I think part of me wonders if, watching the English dub weakens it, maybe, because I don't think the actors do a great job of conveying emotion.
I mean, I wouldn't know, I'm a sub-purist.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you're basically putting forward the same complaint that I had, and you were sub,
okay,
so...
I'm just looking something because I can see that key thing.
Yeah. Oh, you're working out what it is.
Yeah, I brought my laptop with me to try to look at this stuff, but...
without sending us to the void?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alright, but I didn't actually copy things across properly, I think. No, not that. Alright, I think we'll have to go to the void.
Void. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, it's lovely enough movie, but it just doesn't resolve well.
Yeah, I think the thing for me that really keeps me invested is I really want that castle, and I really, really, really want that door. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it
Okay.
would be
we will
wildly...
not be getting this key.
It's not very useful.
So I believe it's slightly more useful than the gem boxes that just give you stat boosts. What's in here are tomes that can teach you skills. Specifically the sorts of skills that Renosuke has that just allow him to boost any one of his attributes. It's very useful eventually. When you have 50 or so levels and have already unlocked everything worth having from your characters themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But right now it's that instead of more practical bonuses. Oh dear, I've come in with an exhausted party.
I will make... yeah, that's not great. I will say one thing, and I'm just sort of looking up bits and pieces on it. So Miyazaki's pacifism and whatnot is something that I really do appreciate about Ghibli as a studio. They always manage to make violence really unfun to watch. Like, you watch it and you're like, oh god, everything's dying.
Yeah.
And that was there too, you know? You see the war from the point of view of the people being bombed, you know? You never really get to see the cool battleships being cool. They're just ominous.
You see ominous battleships and people mutated by their magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then people wonder why he doesn't want to become a soldier.
Yeah. Yeah. If it weren't for... I kind of feel like the film would be better if it was longer.
Yeah.
Like, if it just had... I don't know how you'd do it. I don't know how you'd resolve the ending. It just...
A bit more time for an actual conclusion to build.
Yeah, just some distance between the different...
Yeah, not much you can do. For my part, I haven't watched anything really new since last time. I did sit down and watch the... I guess call it the movie that ended off the initial run of Gundam, called Char's Counterattack.
Oh yes, you sent me
a few pretty pictures, yeah.
Yeah, it looked absolutely gorgeous.
That it did, but I don't think its plot was anything to write home about. Especially in regards to, oh, Char was the villain of the first part, but now but then he became the heroic character because he had ideals and was no longer had to hide anything. And now we're just yin-yanging him back into a villainous role. And I'm not gonna joke, his overall objective was save the Earth from humanity by causing a nuclear winter.
I don't think that's how that works.
Indeed. But yeah, it was, I'm gonna drop an asteroid onto the Earth and kick up enough dust for everything to freeze to death.
Reboot sort of life or something. Look at me. I've watched Walking with Dinosaurs, I get it.
Never you mind that in the process you will be killing all of the currently dominant animal life.
Yeah, like, it's not just humans here, it's like, you're mostly reducing things to beetles. And like, the perfect world didn't result last time that happened, it just made, you know, mammals.
Yep. I mean, I get it on a partial idea of he really wants people to stop living on Earth, so he's going to take away the option, but you're defeating your own goals in the process here. Plus, there's the fact that colony drops are just the default war crime of the entire setting. Still has some good visuals, though.
Yeah, I mean that seems to be the theme of what we've watched. Is, I mean, yours obviously is much stupider, because even weak Ghibli is probably doing better than Gundam.
Gundam has its moments. This was not one of them.
This was not one of them.
This is a bad party because it deals no real damage.
Yeah, I suppose there's probably some overlap between weak Ghibli and high Gundam,
Yeah.
as opposed to, you know, I don't know.
I mean, though, the only Ghibli that I really hate is Fireflies.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Whereas,
I think I'll watch it at some point.
even with what little Gundam I have seen, I have definite titles that I despise.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta imagine there's probably a big difference in resources that they're able to bring to bear.
Yeah, very definitely.
Both in terms of like...
I was trying to describe the overall appearance of Gundam to my mom, and I wound up defaulting to, so, you've heard of G.I. Joe, right? Imagine that era of animation, but slightly less cheap tricks involved.
Alright, actually, there's a different animation which I just watched today, actually, that I could bring in here as just something that kind of threw me for being... Well, I won't spoil too much, but basically, what would you expect of an Australian animated show from the early 90s?
Really? I have no idea.
It was... Okay, this was The Adventures of Blinky Bill.
Oh, I remember Blinky Bill.
It was really good. Like, the writing held up quite well, and the animation was actually quite smooth and fluid and energetic, and I was really thrown because I don't expect Australian, like, 90s animation to be anything.
Yeah.
You know, like, because, you know, Australian kids' TV shows in the 90s.
Yeah. I can remember some of them.
Cybergirl. I mean, a lot of them are, like, Australian, Canadian.
Yeah, Australian, Canadian, or Australian, English. Or UK, rather. I remember one that was about a genie in an opal.
Oh, jeez.
And it was called Genie from Down Under.
You're right. I remember that too. I've never thought about it before, though. The Genie from Down Under. Okay, I just found the Wikipedia page for it. That was British Australia. Yeah, see, this is the thing, everybody. We literally just... Like, the 90s, we just made children's television by, like, co-producing with people.
Yep.
I faintly remember this. Very faintly. A 13-year-old British girl comes into possession of an opal pendant when she explores the dusty attic of her family's decaying mansion. The opal contains 2 Australian genies.
One an adult, one a kid.
Bruce and his son, Baz, who have been living in the opal 130 years waiting to go back to Australia. This is the setting for a battle of wits and a clash of class and culture. Okay. Bruce is an ochre and Penelope is a selfish snob. Okay.
Yeah. And I can barely remember any of it. Except I think that at the end of one of the seasons, the villains walked away with the opal.
Yeah, there's a main villain whose family used to have the opal that's trying to constantly steal it.
It's Iku.
Oh, hello. You are the hatted one. I suppose everyone have hats, but you have a very hat-type hat.
It's Gensokyo, it's a world of hats.
Everyone's got hats.
Yep. Anyway, she's basically got the same story as the bunny. Her master is missing and probably somewhere in this tree, so she's looking for her.
There's a lot of masters and pets.
Yes.
Against Tokyo.
In this case, it's, I guess, rather than master, I might say...
Aquamarine Sword Devil,
Yes.
which kind of
Rich
looks
woman
like
and... Rich woman and... Retainer? Babysitter?
I briefly got confused and was trying to work out if we were talking about the Opal series again.
Ow. That might be more interesting.
I mean, you know, Australian children's television, like, because there was a lot. There was like
Yeah.
that. There was Silver Sun.
We actually seem to like to try to go for plots, if I can recall lots of the bits and pieces. A lot of them, whether they were particularly good or not, there was some overarching storyline behind them.
Yeah, I think there was usually someone in the production somewhere that cared. You know?
Yeah. But the rest of them were working with whatever budget happened to be available.
That was the thing. Even when they did care, a lot of them it was, you know, we care. We have $50 an episode. I don't think it was quite that dire, but it was pretty dire.
We've got enough to pay the actors' wages and not much else.
Yeah. Note, everyone, like, our television industry is fucked now because we just let in all the foreign productions and just it's over.
Yeah.
Which is kind of one of those, like, I mean, it's nice to be able to watch other shows, but also it's kind of a shame that we can't really make shows like this anymore. Yeah. Cybergirl is awful. I tried to rewatch that. There is only one good thing about it, and that is the evil male bad guy knows he's in a stupid show and has decided the only thing to do is chew that scenery with gusto. He's very entertaining.
Good if at least someone is.
it's the only thing. Oh, what's the other one I'm desperately trying to remember? Oh, there was Parallax. Do you remember that?
I remember Parallax.
Parallax is actually good. I wanna argue Parallax holds up because I have rewatched it as that up.
It was fun. Basically, a show about kids finding a way to enter alternate dimensions.
Yeah. So there's like, it's got like the sacred geometry flower, and it allows them to go through portals to different dimensions. And there's a big overarching plot. And it's
you have a lot of fun with characters meeting themselves.
Yeah.
And even have bits where characters actually are actively teaming up with themselves to form little organizations.
Yeah. Like, it's a show that makes a lot of... I think it's probably a budget thing, but it's a show that gets a lot of use out of going, okay, we can only afford to hire 7 actors. What if they each play 8 versions of themselves?
With some very notable differences in terms of personality going too.
Yeah.
Like there was one guy where one version of him is a music playing bum, one version is homeless, one version is... I can't even remember.
Yeah.
One version of him gets killed off to demonstrate the main villain's power.
Yeah. So the main... And you know, it's actually... The core idea of it, was like... kind of interesting too. The idea was that the main villain wasn't like trying to destroy everything. She was just creating a thing that removed the 10% most deviant members of the population, thereby increasing harmony in each of the alternate worlds.
So yeah, you have this super tech world where everybody throws away new equipment the moment they get it. Yeah. And she wants to get rid of anybody who isn't quite so reckless.
Yeah, so anyone there that's a big recycler, well, you're disrupting things, so you go. But then, you know, right next door to that is a hippie world.
Yep.
And there, you know, the recyclers get kept and the tech people get done, sort of thing.
Basically.
It got quite elaborate by the end of it. with like growing different things. You can find the whole show on YouTube. Most of Australians' 90s television. Oh, it's another cat girl.
It's Rin. It's Orin.
I'll
I'm
be honest.
Rin.
This one feels like a teenage girl doing cosplay, or when I say teenage, like probably early 20s that just looks very young.
Is it the human ears?
No, it's the perky boobs and the bondage collar.
Mm.
This feels like a girl that would be very interesting to fool around with.
Yeah.
But also very furry.
Anyway, her story is she is one of the two pet characters of the mind-reading yokai.
Oh! Is the other one Nuclear Crow
Yes.
of Doom? Yes! There's a Nuclear Crow of Doom, just saying. It's awesome.
Anyway, the overall story is her master and the crow came here to work out what's going on. But there's a really unpleasant mind somewhere in the tree that is causing the mind reader to get really sick.
Oh no!
So the two pets have gone off to look for medicine ingredients for her.
Makes sense.
And this basically boils down to we will have an event where we recruit them. Party's almost out.
Yeah. Well, we've gotten quite
Time's
far,
almost out too, yeah.
We've done a lot of, like, exploring and stuff around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We overcome the difficult boss, we got to look at a few interesting set pieces, and that sword devil might kill me if I can't kill it.
Kill! Kill! Kill!
They're actually really powerful.
There. Yeah, Parallax was filmed in Perth, of all places. Western Australia. I recommend
Perth doesn't
it.
have much except sun.
And scrappy bushland.
Yep.
And desert.
I guess that makes it a pretty good set.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'll just save here on this note. Recommend people watch Parallax, or give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. It's on YouTube. The acting's not amazing, but it's probably about the height of what you'll get from that sort of children's, like 90s children drama.
I'll also do some self-plugging and recommend people look at the other series I'm running right now, which is the Touhou Fangame Touhou Lunar Nights.
Alright, what's that about?
That's basically, it's a Metroidvania where you play as Sakuya running through Vermilia's entertainment castle.
Huh.
You might actually enjoy it, it's quite good.
Oh, I think I've seen that. Is that where she has the alternate outfit with the pinstripe suit?
No, that's the other Castlevania Touhou combination.
Fair. I just love that pinstripe suit outfit. It's really sexy.
It is rather stylish. Yeah. On
Alright.
that, there's not much left to say here, so take our recommendations for what they're worth.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and have a good day.
Cheerio.